2D screen cleaner. I got something similar.
Yeah, I need to use it on here.
Yeah, I made my thing spotless. Yeah, you have a pretty good view from this window on top.
I know, it's dope.
Transition.
Okay.
How long is it?
How long is what? What?
How long is it, or are we just chatting?
We're just chatting, man. I mean,
Cool.
we're
You have
just.
booze?
I do. You can have some.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out after this. I'm gonna go to the bars. So.
Okay. There's cans of shit in the fridge. There's also some spirits.
So, yeah, I think I'll just get one of the cans. Oh yeah, you got these flying embers. Yeah, 'cause we drank all the other ones. So.
Yeah.
I have a really weird thing everywhere I go. It's like, because I'm used to it at my house where I turn off the lights. So I almost turned off your light. I was like, oh shit. So where's the light? All right,
This
hit
is
me.
working. So let's call it, I guess, like sales Zoom plugin.
This is super cool, man. I never really. I mean, I kind of knew like streaming took off because of like iShow speed.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, Hermosi was just like, that's like gonna be his big focus. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it too.
yeah.
So I just want to check to see everything
Well,
is nominal. Everything's nominal. Cool. So basically, so what is that format that you were talking about?
oh,
The
it's called MedPick.
MedPick.
Yeah. So if you just go on, it's two D's, two P's, and that's kind of like the standard framework, like for enterprise organizations.
Standard framework for enterprise organizations is
Yeah.
MedPick. Let's open the image in a
Most
new tab here.
organizations use it. You know, I think smaller organizations they use like Bant and like a few other things, and you know, it's just depending on what it is. But like, if you have like really long sales cycles, is this live?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you have like very long sales cycles, you know, for like big enterprise software, OneStream, Anaplan, Oracle, you know, or some other organization, this is definitely the framework that you want to use. Yeah, just has everything on there. Some AEs they follow it to the book, some don't, just depending on like internal policies and all that kind of stuff. But that's literally like the bread um, and butter. Like every you know, in the intro call and you know any calls following, this is kind of like what they follow. So
All right.
yeah.
So every salesperson is using this paradigm here. Is this in the is this in the first call, like with the AE is having with the prospect?
That's usually the hope.
Okay.
That's usually the hope. You know,
Well,
it's
the hope is that you hit all of these, but this is what they're using in that first call that
right.
AA is doing.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so metrics, potential gain, economic buyer. Okay, who if they're the right person to be talking to actually make the purchase decision.
Yep.
Decision process. Define the client to make the purchase decision. Know and influence the process defined by the client to make. Okay, so like, how do they actually make choices in the organization to actually make the purchase?
Right.
Decision criteria. Know and influence the criteria defined by the client to make purchase decision. All right. Paper process. Understand how the customer places a purchase order. Steps needed for approval. Identify pain. Okay. Champion. Okay. Okay. So basically, like the person that's going to be your spokesperson within the corporation that's saying, "Hey, we should buy this,"
Yep.
and then competition, who you're competing with. Okay. So what is the? Let's see, like here. So I'm gonna make this a cool picture.
Color coded and everything.
Hell
I
yeah.
love it.
And then so here, oops. So what is the so the main problem is so while in the call, like what is the thing that what like when salespeople complain to you about this, like what is the number one like thing that they're saying that their complaint is?
Well, a lot of these AEs are using Zoom, and Zoom actually has a pretty good meeting transcript AI system that's ingrained. Which is it's pretty good. It pretty much hits on everything. I know there's a few other like big players. There's one called TVLR that just recently came out that a lot of people are using. It's pretty sweet. So what you do is you pretty much have that as like an AI companion inside your meeting, and it's just supposed to like record, in text, just your transcripts from the meeting, important parts, and whatever. And I think the biggest issue is it's very just generalized. Actually, there's two issues. One, it's very generalized. It pretty much just records anything, and then it types it out. Like it types what it hears and like what it understands. Just very general. And then second, there's no way to like, from what I found within Zoom or within all these other applications to like give it a task. For like an in-meeting task. So like if you're actually in a meeting with a client, or you're in like a demo, or you're in like some type of call, to like insert some type of task for the AI companion, like hey, like look out for these keywords, or hey, look out, for when the client says this or that. Just any predetermined keyword or strategic objective that they say in the meeting, which I think would be super helpful because like if you just go back and you look at your like if you're a newer AE and then you're newer to the organization, you go back and you look at other case studies of other clients and and other AEs and how they got the med pick, and you kind of just put that as like a preloaded requirement into the AI companion. Just makes it so much easier. So when you're done with the meeting, you kind of have like full clear scope. Is like, hey, with MedPick, inside the meeting they could just pre-fill all of those, and it just kind of, it's just helpful. It's just very helpful to have that with you. Because then you have to just sift through all the words from like a Zoom AI companion recap or some other recap, and you don't really know, and sometimes it's like misspelled, or sometimes they don't really like understand what you say, and like all this other stuff. Because it's like on my team, like when we talk and stuff, we because like we're so close, and like all of us, like we've been in sales for a long time, so we know the game. We really, like we're really on our stuff, and we're very high performing, but we always understand the importance of like building the relationship with the team, and always taking that 5 to 10 minutes before like a meeting, and just kind of like building rapport, and doing all that. I'm seeing with the AI companion is they take that and they kind of like use that for like the rest of the call. So you could like read the transcripts after it, and it's kind of funny. They could just put like, hey, like if I'm speaking with a colleague, let's just say, hey, I have plans to go to like Hawaii or stuff. It would literally like integrate your Hawaii plans somewhere in like, even if you guys enter like a weird discussion call. It's so weird. Yeah. So it's just like it doesn't have pre-inserted inputs on MedPick and like all the important stuff. It kind of just records anything. So yeah, if there was a feature where it's like, hey, I could put MedPick in and I could input all the requirements that I'm supposed to get in the meeting, and then when we say a certain keyword or strategic objective or whatever, and it aligns there, that'd be perfect. That'd be so great. That'd be awesome. It would save so much time. We don't have to go back and like watch recordings, and we don't have to go back and look through this transcript and kind of hope that we understand what it says and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of like the basis of it.
Okay, so hold on, give me a second to like kind of like refine this out a little bit. So I'm going from just some basic notes here about what I kind of got out of it, and now I'm going to go into refinements just so I can get like key bullet points. So first of all, the transcript companion is good, but it is too general. So let's see. It's the transcript is too general, so that you have to scan through the transcript
Yep.
to get. Okay, so transcript too general, no specifics to sales process. Okay, and then weird behavior from the AI companion. You said that, like you said, it was like doing some weird crap because it's so general.
Well, what it does is it tries to match your earlier conversations to like later conversations in the meeting, and the alignment doesn't really make sense. So like if I just say, hey, like hey, like I say, hey, Chris, like we're in a meeting room for, we have like an internal meeting, and our client's like, oh yeah, dude, hey, I just came back from Hawaii, and I did this, and this. It will literally mention that trip to Hawaii and like other like important aspects of the meeting. It's so weird. 'Cause it
Oh,
probably triggers something in there because it's like super generalized. So, like if I say something vague, like it's very hard to explain. But yeah, but like if you say something early on in the conversation, I don't know if it's programmed to kind of
okay.
use that, to kind of connect the dots later in the meeting, which I guess it's good in theory if it works, but it's just very flawed because like it has mismatching. Like, your trip to Hawaii has nothing to do with an internal call, and see if they have budget or if they have strategic priorities and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of like mismatching and like what it hears and how it like aligns, what it hears into. Yeah.
So I would say I would put that conversation as basically desanitized, um, like unclean context due to um, extraneous co- uh, earlier subjects. So or like new. Um, it takes too much context from different parts of the conversation, and then it influences the transcript. So that the transcript becomes confusing because the context is weird because it's like now everything's around Hawaii because Hawaii was mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So
So let's say
it has a very hard time from my experience, especially with the Zoom. It has a hard time in
conversation.
recognizing the topic of discussion and kind of like centralizing everything around there. Like I just say, hey, like we have a call and it's just a disco call.
It's around
Or hey, hey, let's
weird
even get more specific. If we just have a
contexts from
specific call based on
extraneous
the pricing,
subjects.
it just doesn't. It can't recognize the main topic of discussion.
Okay.
So it kind of disorganized all its notes, and it, like I said, it's very generalized. It just types out what it hears with no like, focus on like what the conversation is.
Okay. So
If that makes sense.
oh, that's kind of weird. Why is that happening?
What are you using for that? It's kind of cool. It's the first time streaming.
It's called OBS. It's
OBS.
the main it's the main streaming thing that everybody uses.
How many viewers do we have?
I probably none.
Oh.
It's mostly like, I'm online right now, um, just to be online, but also like most the most point of this is just get the recordings of it so I can do short form content to have I can have this live stream up, and then it keeps the live stream, and then I could also turn the live stream into a YouTube video, and then also make short form content to go to the YouTube video and then go to the live stream. So
Cool.
it's like a funnel, but
Fancy.
it's a lot of work. Okay, so transcript is too general, no specifics to sales process. Conversation transcripts is centralized around weird context from extraneous subjects. And are you is there a desire to be able to know if you've like have something to tell you that you hit this thing? Like the if you
Like a reminder.
you hit
Yeah.
the M, like it says it felt like it shows you the M, and it's like, yeah, you got this. And then it kind of looks out and it kind of gives you like notifications that you hit all these.
That would be helpful. Yeah, I think that would be helpful. Yeah.
Because are you trying to read the transcript like
Well, I was trying to think,
during
like,
the meeting?
no, I mean, I was just thinking, like, hey, after the meeting, it just gives you, like, med pick, you know, like, it gives you a pre-prun, and then instead of the transcript being just a bunch of hooglosh, it just, you know, it mentions everything that could potentially be metrics, economic buyer, decision process, decision criteria, pay, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, like, you know, I guess the main thing is like, you know, you just kind of want the end of the meeting recap to be the important stuff. You just don't want it to be like everything said in the meeting and like all that other hooglosh. You want it to be very, very targeted to MedPick because, I mean, that's why we're in sales. You know, we're in sales to get paid, and you know, anything that streamlines the process is helpful. So everything else, it's just like it just takes hours to go through it and read it, and it's like, oh, I'm not really so sure. It's like I gotta watch the video again, and then I gotta kind of like, you know, to decipher what he's saying if I don't really understand. So
So during the meeting, you don't really care about. You don't really. Let me think. So the problem isn't during the meeting. It's showing up like where you're where you want to you want to be able to do your meeting like you would normally
yep,
and only focus on what you normally focus on, and then what you want to change or what you want to be able to have is to be able to trust that the transcript is going to be incredibly useful after.
right. That's exactly what it is.
So initial stuff, like we're not even focused on during the meeting. We're just like, it's basically like, hey, your shit's ready. So you just click on the thing and then it lines it all out for you.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know, I think those are the day. I mean, like a very young AE could probably fix that, but a very young AE doesn't really sell that much because it's more about building a relationship. You know, it's about being authentic. There's definitely a human side, and if you're just reading off of a script and you're just trying to make sure you hit all these points and
Yeah, that could be a problem.
yeah, it's a big problem for a newer AE. Of course, you know they hey, oh, okay, hey, I have some questions after the call, and it's literally like they're reading off a script. But yeah, you know, it would be, you know, so that, you know, just mid conversation, you know, where something comes up saying, hey, you know, you got Metro, all this kind of, I feel like that just kind of like takes, that could take the relationship side out very quickly, and it could just turn into like a super strict,
Like robotic and everything.
yeah, ruin rapport, ruin any type of, you know, likeness that the other people had of you. So yeah, just a post meeting script or a post meeting med pick where, you know, post meeting, boom, it has all the med pick, and hey, if it didn't get the med pick, then hey, you know what to focus the next few calls on, because there's so many times where it's like, okay, we had an intro call and I got some good stuff, and then it's like, okay, well, we set up the second meeting for 2 weeks from now. What was the meeting about again? And then it's like, okay, well, it's like, okay, well, we're in the second meeting, and it's like, well, I took kind of good notes, and I kind of like I recorded it, but I didn't quite, you know, it's just kind of there's a few things, and then you go into the second meeting and you ask the same questions, and then they come disengaged, and it's like it's nothing new, you know, it's some, you know, it's stuff they already repeated. They're like, I don't know if I kind of want to, you know, follow through with this, and so yeah, that's pretty much, you know, what it is. It's, you know, something where it's a post meeting med pick, and then it kind of gives you an agenda for the next few meetings and all that kind of stuff. So it could be useful for that as well.
Okay, so now I want to get into like um, usability. So we already showed that it needs to app is used post meeting for review. Does it need to have what besides having all those things lined out? Is there anything else that it needs to have, or like it? Okay, so the better way to put it is, after you've reviewed the transcript, what is the next thing you do? After you write out, like you maybe circle the things or whatever, like what's the next thing you do after that?
Well, it should have a copy and paste feature, you know, that we could copy and paste it into our main doc that has all the information. Or copy and paste into Salesforce where the notes are. So, you know, make sure that it has that feature.
Okay, needs to be able to be moved into parent document or Salesforce. So copy paste is fine for V1.
Another super cool thing would be if because like I'm assuming like if this is like a plug-in or if this is like its own independent software, but you're supposed to use Zoom, or maybe it's its own independent video meeting service. If it could take the notes from the first meeting and then cross-reference them after your second meeting, that would be ideal. So like if you have all the notes and the med pick and like probably 5 or 6 things were covered but 3 weren't, on the second meeting, the post meeting, it automatically takes the notes from the first one and cross-references it to the second meeting. So it pretty much it follows you through the whole meeting process and the sales process, and it can kind of just like cross-reference each other. That'd be ideal. So it's like on your second meeting, instead of having to just like redo the whole process, if you hit the few 3 main points, it just adds them on there. And yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a version 2 because that's gonna be a lot more complicated. But
Yeah.
okay,
Me acting like it's so easy to just code this thing up.
that's everybody. So the most important things is that you can review the notes; they're sectioned out properly,
Yep.
and you can basically copy and paste them into. For now, for like something that sort of works. For now, you can just copy and paste that in however you want into whatever document you need it in.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to turn this off.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Also, it would be pretty nice to share it with other people, maybe share it with your manager or some other AE that's working on a call, or a sales engineer. Oh, hold on, I'll wait for you on this.
Oops. Yeah, it's this hotkey thing that I did that isn't working for me. But
What, the hockey or?
yeah, it's just like a little feature that I did to zoom in on my cursor and stuff, but it's just I'm typing so much that I'm hitting the button, and it's just I have to change it or something. But anyway, so what were we saying?
I don't remember.
All right, that's fine. So
Oh yeah, I was saying the ability to share, also to share with like a sales engineer who's on the call, or share with a client, or to share. I mean, obviously not the client, but like share with other people on your team to make sure everything looks right. That would also be a very good feature to have.
share.
Your transcript, your med pick, just
Do you do that now?
We do, but we have to copy and paste. Or if everybody's on the meeting, they usually get they always everybody gets the meeting transcript that's on the meeting. So
Okay.
it's already kind of there, I guess.
So everyone
And I guess you can just hit forward on the email.
has
and send it
access.
to anybody you want. But
Or do they get emails of the transcript?
Yep. Everybody
Okay.
gets like a post meeting Zoom transcript.
Everyone is sent an auto email of the transcript. Hell yeah, dude. Everyone is sent an auto email of the transcript post meeting that is in meeting. Okay, so just to review, app needs to have all these things lined out. Post meeting needs to be easier to pick out like what points are hit. Need to be able to copy and paste them in any way, so you can put all these things wherever you need them in like the parent document or in Salesforce. And after the meeting is over, everybody is automatically sent an invitation to view this transcript.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. So those are the 3 primary things we're hitting. I don't know. From here, I would have to go out and make features and like kind of come up with features, I guess, or kind of some side of layout. I just don't know if this needs to be a plugin. It might need to be a plugin, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because like if they plug into Google Meets or Loom or Zoom, just whatever organizations use. I personally use Zoom for everything, and they have a few other plugins that they suck, and it takes forever and they pop, and it's just not worth it. So Zoom has been like the choice for everybody, and then for like a startup or like a mid enterprise company, it's usually the Meets of the Google Meets. So
Mm.
yeah, I mean, yeah, having one of those plugins would be just ideal. Or hey, I mean, if it's something that you could have on like Chrome, like if you're using Zoom on Chrome or something, yeah, that would be ideal.
Like a
Something
Chrome.
like a
So
Chrome extension.
so Chrome extension, and you wouldn't want to try to like work with the document in like an extension window. You'd want to have like
Right,
a web app
right, yeah.
that
Ideally to be sent to your email too.
app. Yeah, everybody sent the email. Chrome extension that goes to web app. Do you even need to have like a user interface, or if it just sends you an email? I'm talking like version 1, like bare bones fixing the problem. If it just basically sends you a better transcript
That's it.
over the email.
Yeah, and if you could like preload it too, or if you could tell the AI, hey, look out for these terms, like, you know,
Okay.
insert probably 4 or 5 other client studies where it's like, hey, we got all the med pick by finding this, this, and this, so like look out for these key terms in our disco call and all of our other calls, and then it matches that. That would be ideal. That would be so nice. Because then it already knows. So like instead of adding, your trip to Hawaii or some other stupid thing that you said on the call, it only gets like the meat and potatoes, and that's all it needs.
So would it make sense to somebody if like you had like a little really simple little dashboard where it has these things, and then you can basically just, it has little things like key terms, and then you can just add key terms that match
Yep.
this little deal?
Yep, that would be very helpful. Yeah.
Okay. UX to add key terms to each medpick item. All right. That's so like basically a control panel. Okay. This is, yeah. I think I have a pretty good idea. I wonder.
Yeah, I just think the basis of everything is just like make sure like it's predetermined, like it knows what to look for. Like like hey, if you and I are talking about scratching our balls outside, or hey, I fell on my skateboard or something, like I don't want to see that in the transcript. But
Yeah.
hey, it's like hey, Devin asks the customer, hey customer, what is all your budget season? Oh, well Devin, our buying process has to go through RFPs, and our decision maker Rob has to get approved by our CFO, and it does all this other stuff. That's what we want. We don't want it's like, oh, okay, cool, and then Rob, this happens all the time in sales call. He slips out, oh, dude, fucking like, Aaron's a dick, or like, oh, Aaron, he takes forever, and it just, we just want the meat and potatoes. We don't want all the other, shit that we say or that they say. Like, we just like we're looking for medpick, and we're looking for that, and like, I guess it wouldn't hurt if it had all that other stuff in it, and like if it can't be that accurate, but like.
Well, you can send the original transcript too.
Right, yeah, but like the main meat and potatoes is medpick. Like, if anything that you preset as medpick, and if it's set in the call, it automatically goes to the dashboard and gives you medpick instead of all this other hooplosh.
It does sound like it needs to be incredibly simple and easy to use,
Yeah.
and like almost you don't you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one script and it's on. It's okay. It's live.
Okay, I'm
What
trying.
Xbox is that, by the way?
It's the Series S.
Oh,
After this, I'm gonna my idea. So there's this guy called Pirate Software. You ever heard of him?
no.
So he was
YouTuber?
yeah, he was a Twitch streamer and YouTuber, everything. And so I'm pretty much just copying what he did. He was a game developer for Bungie, And he would play video games, talk about his experience in software engineering and game development and stuff, and also like have game streams, have like streams like this, blah blah blah. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just like I'll do game streams too while I'm talking about software crap and bullshitting, and then I'll also do these too where I'm just all different kinds of things that have to do with like software development stuff.
Nice.
But
Badass.
I'm gonna need a better mic. I need like a mic to capture more stuff. But I think that's what I need for now. I think I have to send you. I think I may make some like really quick and dirty MVPs, and then send you some stuff to. I don't know. We can do that real quick. Hold on. So let's go to ChatGPT here. Let's see. So I wanna.
I've been using Grok a lot too.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's just unfiltered.
Yeah.
It just doesn't like no matter what you tell it, it like spits it out, which is nice. So it's very like honest too, and it gives you like reliable sources. Doesn't give you anything from like like Reddit or other spots. So
Key phrases.
it does give you TMI though. It gives you too much information sometimes. Like if I just say, hey, like, explain this, and it just goes on. It just give me like 5 paragraphs on it. It's like, dude, I just want you to spit it out.
Yeah, that's how. Oh, yeah, I know. It gives you way too much. Copilot does that crap too. But it also, like, that was funny when I used Grok in Kevin's car and I asked about rim jobs and it gave me, like, all kinds of stuff that I was like, what? That's a lot.
I ask it all the, I ask it everything, and it just gives it to me. You know the things I usually ask, or I want to know about. So it's no, I think it's great. I think that's definitely the future. I think hopefully ChatGPT gets. I mean, it's getting better, but it's still has a long way to go. Grok is definitely the free speech and free information platform.
Oh, yeah. And they did a bunch of stuff with ChatGPT to make it, like, kind of not that good.
Yeah.
Like, just like, I don't know. I think they were just trying to reduce liability for
Right, yeah.
people getting, like, bad information and stuff. Because it's not thinking. It's not logic. It's basically just what's the probability that this is the correct next word to put. It should have each letter in medpic and a place is to add key phrases. Very simple, clean. Give me a UX design for this.
I like
Alright.
that Otis champagne glass up there.
Yeah, makes me remember. It's kind of funny that I live right next to it now.
Mimosas.
But
Mimosa is champagne, right?
yes, mimosas, champagne, and orange juice.
Champagne and oranges, that's right. Doses and mimosas.
Yeah, it's like giving me a bunch of code, but that's all right. It might actually work. Let's give it a second.
Oh, are you looking for like a photo?
Well, I'm trying to like see if I can get like a quick like visual representation of what it might look like, so that maybe you can give me some quick feedback, just to make sure that.
Yeah, you have to tell ChatGPT, hey, give me a photo.
Yeah.
So like literally copy that same thing. Oh yeah, and then just say, hey, keep me a photo of what this may look like.
That's what it does now. It has that built in. It's kind of nice.
Just treat it like a little dirty blonde whore. Like, you gotta tell it what you want.
But it kind of it makes all this like code, and now it can if it works properly and it didn't hallucinate or make mistake, then it'll actually give me like kind of a workable demo. Something like there's another like
What happened to that
third
other,
party that did that too.
What was that other photo making AI thing that was super popular before Grok, ChatGPT, everything all came out? Like you had to use Discord to get access.
Midjourney.
Midjourney, yeah.
I think you still do have to use. Oh no, I think you can do it on their website now. But
Is it still good, or did ChatGPT and Grok like they stepped up their game probably?
nah, I mean I'm sure it's better than them.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what they do. That's like other specialty.
This is taking way too long. Instead, give me a picture of what this looks like. Okay, now it's making a picture. Yeah, it's kind of a dork. Total dork sauce. Who massaged me?
I'm sometimes mean to my my chat GPT.
Let's see if you have any friends who want to come to this event Saturday. Uncommon Collective. Do you know who that is? Oh, no, I know who that is. I'm not even supposed to go to that. It's like Christian entrepreneurs group, but it's only for people in their 20s, so I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I
They-
got the same thing.
They accepted me, but I think I'll probably check it out if I remember what day it is.
Yeah, it was like an Instagram thing, and then you're supposed to put like I want to go or something.
Oh, it's this Saturday.
Yeah, and then I got that same thing.
Are you gonna go?
No, I'm not gonna go.
Oh, why not?
No, because I just I'll tell you off stream,
Oh, okay.
but yeah. The references that I know just said it wasn't worth it. They could try to sell you something afterward.
Oh, it's like an MLM.
A little bit, but it's not. It's just I'll tell you off stream, so I don't.
All right, so something kind of like this, where I mean, this isn't gonna be exact, but it's basically
Yeah,
like,
that's perfect. Yeah. So like after the meeting, it just shows you something like that, and then it kind of.
well, this is the configuration. So it's like,
Yeah.
so if you can just add key phrases here, and they
Yep.
kind of keep going down,
Yep.
and so I don't know, like this is wrong, but if you have like key phrases here,
Yeah. Make sure you could add a lot too, because it could be.
you need to add a lot.
Yeah, like key phrases like an economic buyer. You know, like if you're working for an oil company, their titles are completely different than working for like a tech company or whatever. Like you have to be able to put in a bunch of stuff. But yeah, no, I think that looks great. That looks perfect. Yeah.
Now, do you think you need to have?
Maybe have like one other option on the bottom saying, "Hey, other important keywords to watch out for, or other important things," and then you just kind of, put in saying, "Hey, if you see any terms or somebody says this and this and this, that's like important."
How many clients are you dealing with on like? Are you dealing with like 100 clients at once?
So for my first job, I have 6 open deals,
Okay.
and I probably do about 11 discoveries a week.
I'm wondering if you should have
Not
like.
all of them turn into opportunities. Some of them they're just like, and then it's like we get one thing of had the med pick, and it's like, they didn't agree to a second meeting, or they agreed to the second meeting months, afterward, and it's like we can't even open the opportunity because we don't have anything. Like, like there's so many things that go in. So, yeah, yeah.
I'm wondering if like the user would have different industries they service, and if like, because I'm thinking like if they for metrics, let's say they have like 5 different industries, they could end up with like 100 different key phrases, and that would be like insane to manage. Do you think there needs to be like different like people can have like different configurations and be able to select them?
You can, yeah. It wouldn't hurt to add them.
You don't think that'd be a big problem?
No.
No, I mean, you don't think that it would end up being a situation really quickly where, let's say, one company uses this application or uses this plugin, you don't think they would run in a situation where they would have like 100 key phrases for metrics that would look out for?
Well, I mean, it would be super nice. Like, I think every individual user could kind of, make its own, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Because not everybody works on the oil. There's people who work on they work on sled accounts, they work on enterprise accounts, and they work for tech company. Like, there's definitely, but like if the user can make his profile with all his key phrases, and it just works with everything that he has preset on it, cool.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is there a situation where, say we have, okay, so I work for, whatchamacallit, Emertech, right? Let's say I'm an AE for Emertech. Now, am I like, is there a situation where I need to have like, for metrics, when I'm talking to a doctor, there's going to be maybe 5 different key phrases that I would want it to look out to when I'm talking to a doctor. And then when I'm talking to a trade show person, there's 5 different key phrases that I'd want it to look for that situation. And then there's like different segments.
Yeah, because we do sell into sales, we do sales into marketing, and they all kind of have like their own keywords and their own business problems. They all have like a different focus in terms of a strategic objectives. Sure. Yeah. I think that'd be helpful. Yeah. So like if you're talking to a salesperson, his strategic objectives, would be completely different than talking to somebody who's marketing or education or training. Yeah.
So you would if 1 AE, there could be a situation as he's talking to these different segments where he's just like, I need 100 different like key phrases to look out for to cover all of these segments.
Yeah.
All right. So that means we would have to have we would need to have a different configuration. How do I say this? Different configurations for different types of meetings. Can easily switch between configs with plugin. I wonder. The only concern is that maybe like when they take the meeting, they forget to change the configuration, so then it like picks up on the wrong things.
Well, I can give you like a notification. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, probably.
Like kind of just give you like a reminder. Like if you go and do a call, hey, is this sales? It's like, oh, actually no, I'm talking to a CMO. So
ensure notification for configuration.
Put CMO and then it just
selected on each meeting. All right. I think that's all I got, man.
Cool.
That's discovery. So that's the basic. That is the basic stuff. Now I kind of have. I know we took it from like this to like really specific things to actual features, and now I gotta put that out into tasks. So
cool.
That's on me.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna go off and then.
Are you gonna kick me out like a dirty blonde whore, or are you gonna have a drink with me?
I will have one with you.
One, okay.
Yeah.